Hello everyone, my name is Brian Reyes, and today I want to give a presentation on the Organization Cybersecurity Policy and Executive Summary of NUC Inc. Objectives: the processes for the creation of different types of standards, NIST Cybersecurity Framework, Cybersecurity Lifecycle Framework, and methodologies to establish cybersecurity program, Organization Security Policy, Organization Systems and Network Diagram, Organization's Risk Assessment, Impact Analysis, Business Continuity Plan, compare and contrast different types of standards, incident response plan, and incident handling plan, cybersecurity awareness infographic, and executive summary. The processes for the creation of different types of standards. Process of implement NIST cybersecurity framework, prioritize and scope, orient, create a current profile, conduct a risk assessment, create a target profile, determine, analyze, and prioritize gaps, implement action plan. Process to implement GDPR framework is raise awareness, create data inventory, risk evaluation, develop a roadmap. NIST Cybersecurity Framework. Aligning NIST Cybersecurity Framework and GDPR is crucial to ensure data protection and implementation of cybersecurity controls. NIST Cybersecurity Framework is built on 5 core functions: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. NIST implementation tiers are partial, risk-informed, repeatable, and adaptive. NIST profiles is to help NUC Inc. align with the cybersecurity program with business requirements and risk tolerance. Alignment to NIST cybersecurity framework with GDPR, identify GDPR data protection, breach notification, and accountability requirements, map requirements to the NIST cybersecurity framework functions and categories, determine NIST implementation tier matches of GDPR compliance, develop a profile that prioritizes NIST cybersecurity framework function and subcategories to GDPR. Here's a diagram of the NIST cybersecurity framework. As you can see, identify, protect, detect, respond, recover, and it's a NIST implementation tier categories, which is partial, risk-informed, repeatable, and adaptive. Cybersecurity lifecycle framework and methodologies to establish cybersecurity program. NIST cybersecurity lifecycle consists of 5 core functions, which are identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Identify is identify critical data and assets, inventory of all hardware and software, establish access control policy of roles and responsibilities, identify any threats, vulnerabilities, and risks to the organization. Protect critical assets and data, conduct regular backups, regular security updates, cybersecurity awareness training to employees, detect, implement firewall, IDS, or IPS systems to detect any malicious and block any malicious traffic, respond, follow incident response plan, clear communication with executive team, stakeholders, and law enforcement during breach, containment, affected IT system, eradication of threat. Recovers, restore IT system, recover lost data, and lessons learned to improve NUC Inc. cybersecurity posture. Organization cybersecurity policy. A security policy will outline the commitment of NUC Inc. in safeguarding the intellectual property, data, and IT systems that will align with physical, administrative, and technical securities. Acceptable use policy, access control, password, data protection, onboarding, offboarding policy, onboarding employees, conducting background checks to see if employees trustworthy, cybersecurity awareness training. Offboarding is signing non-disclosure agreements so employees leaving the company won't share sensitive information. Accounts will automatically be disabled. Social media policy. Employees will not share any of our projects, partnerships that we have established with our customers. Employees are strictly prohibited from sharing sensitive information of our company and social media platforms. Mobile device policy. All computer systems and mobile devices will be enrolled in our company's mobile device management, which will be using Microsoft Intune. Bring your own device must follow NUC Inc. policies that must have MDM installed on the personal devices. Organization systems and network diagram. All systems in the network be aligned with the NIST cybersecurity framework. All data traffic that comes into the network will be filtered through the firewall, and only domains and IP addresses will be allowed to come through the firewall, and if they are not whitelisted, their traffic will be blocked at the firewall. Intrusion detection system. Alienbot will monitor all traffic that passes through the firewall and will send alert to the cybersecurity team if they see something unusual traffic, and it will be immediately be blocked before it passes through the router. The router will be segment the network into 3 VLANs, which each switch will have its own VLAN separating the network for better access control policy, and only employees that have the proper permission will be able to access the server's applications to apply changes. The access points will consist of two Wi-Fi networks, which one will be connected to an internal network. You will need to have credentials to be able to log into the wireless network, and the other will be guest network users will be able to connect their personal devices. All remote workers will need to have a VPN installed on their computers to be able to access corporate network resources. Computer and laptop workstations will have static IP and MAC address stick to the specific port, so only the proper computer can connect to the port only. Shared printers will be shared among computer stations and they will have a static IP address. By having all these security controls in place in the network, it will help to safeguard all company assets and data and mitigate any risk. Multi-layered networks will make it much more difficult for threat actors to be able to gain access to the network. Organization risk assessment, impact analysis, and business continuity plan. Conducting a risk assessment to Nook Inc. is crucial to identify and detect vulnerabilities within the company's IT infrastructure, and it gives the organization a clear understanding of what security controls need to be implemented to mitigate any risk. Risk assessments are beneficial in many ways. Scans IT infrastructure for unauthorized access, vulnerabilities and weaknesses, addresses hardware and software failures that can affect business operations, addresses physical threats like floods, fires, natural disasters, or pandemic, gives a clear understanding or risk assessment level to company executives. Impact analysis, social engineering, remote work, data loss prevention, cloud service provider. As you can see, high risk, medium risk, low risk, and low risk. Organizations risk assessment, impact analysis, and business continuity plan. Business continuity plan is a development of strategies that plans to ensure that Nook Inc. can continue essential operations during and after a disaster event, develop strategies and procedures for maintaining quickly restoring critical functions, define roles and responsibilities for responding to disruptions, establish communication protocols for employees, executives, and stakeholders, develop a comprehensive plan that includes response, recovery, and restoration procedures. Compare and contrast different types of standards. The NIST Cybersecurity Framework was developed by the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology and is part of the U.S. Department of Commerce. NIST is flexible for various industries and sectors in the U.S., must be in compliance with NIST Cybersecurity Framework, working with government agencies. GDPR is a legal regulation created by the European Union. GDPR focuses on data protection and privacy of users in the European Union. Compliance with GDPR is mandatory by the European Union. Comparison: GDPR is legal, enforceable, and carries penalties for non-compliance, while NIST Cybersecurity Framework is not legally binding and compliance is voluntary unless you're working for federal agencies. GDPR focuses on personal data protections, while NIST Cybersecurity Framework has a broader focus on cybersecurity risk management. GDPR applies to organizations that handles EU users' data, where NIST Cybersecurity Framework has a global applicability and is used by organizations voluntarily. GDPR is highly prescriptive, providing specific rules and requirements. NIST Cybersecurity Framework is more flexible and allows organizations to adapt it to their needs. NIST Cybersecurity Framework offers a flexible framework that organizations can customize to the specific requirements, where GDPR has a fixed set of requirements that organizations must comply with. Incident response and incident handling. Incident response. Having an incident response and incident handling plan is crucial for an organization like Nook Inc. because it's a guideline that outlines a plan on how to quickly recover from a disaster or cybersecurity incident and quickly restore the company to normal business operations. Incident handling. Nook Inc. will be aligned to the NIST Incident Response Framework that consists of four-step process that includes preparation, detection, analysis, containment, eradication, and recovery, and lastly, post-incident activity. Preparation. Nook Inc. IT team will identify and gather information about IT assets for the company that include network systems, computer systems, and servers. Then they're going to label each system from most critical to least critical to identify which IT system holds sensitive information and can have the most impact to the company. Monitoring tools like firewall, security, incident event management, and antivirus malware will be set up to monitor all traffic within the network for any suspicious activity. Detection analysis. Nook Inc. will collect data from IT systems, security monitoring tools, and information that is publicly available to help identify any threats or indicators of threats that can happen within the future. Containment, eradication, and recovery. The incident response team will isolate all affected systems from the network, and they will conduct a deep investigation on the root cause of the incident. The incident response team will also take the proper measurement to eliminate the threat from the affected system by removing the malware or virus of the computer system, blocking the IP and the firewall level, malicious traffic, and changing the passwords of the affected users, recover all the lost data back to the computer system, and restore the company to normal business operations. Post-incident activity. The lessons learned of the incident will be documented for future improvements of the cybersecurity posture of Nuke Inc. This is a cybersecurity awareness infographic. Internet of Things, intellectual property, internet use, mobile devices, and OSWAP. Internet of Things has a lot of advantages of how it improves business operations, but it also comes with risk implications like security vulnerabilities, data privacy, and security software firmware updates, low processing power, weak passwords, open networks, and insufficient login mechanisms. New intellectual property involves trademarks, software designs, trade secrets, and B&W and sensitive information. Internet use has its benefits, but it also exposes the organization and individual security privacy risk because they will be open to several cybersecurity threats that include social engineering, malware, data privacy, data tracking, and profiling. Mobile device risk implications include theft or loss of device, which can lead to sensitive information being compromised and cause privacy breaches. Also, weak or stolen passcodes can lead to the compromise of the data, which can lead to a data breach. Not updating mobile device can lead to vulnerabilities of device, which are risks to a cybersecurity attack. The Open Web Application Security Project, OWASP, is an international nonprofit organization that's built by community members that are focused in web application security. They provide all the security materials for free so anyone can have the ability to enhance their web application security on their web apps. Lastly, the executive summary. Implementing cybersecurity program must be aligned to the NIST cybersecurity framework requirements, aligned to GDPR regulatory requirements, create risk assessment and business impact analysis, business continuity plan, and incident response plan. Benefits of a cybersecurity program: safeguard critical assets and data, ensure business continuity, mitigate any risk, enhance our customer trust, and enhance cybersecurity program is to always continue use the best practices of continuous monitoring, conduct cybersecurity awareness training to all employees, enhance security measures in response to ongoing risk assessments and emerging threats. And